My name's Allison Sandoval. I currently own Invasion Athletics. This will be our 4th season as a team. The team we definitely need help with this season is our 4.2 team.
I really think our whole gym could use a lot of help with any type of skills, but our highest level that we have right now is our 4.2 team, and they seem to be the ones that are succeeding a little bit faster than some others, and so I really think that we could help them kind of just gain that tumbling aspect. That way we can just be one solid level.
This is our 4th year and we have a lot of returners, so I'm hoping with that they can build their skills up to a higher level and they can compete better. They can not lose their confidence and really get in there and show people what they're made of.
The reason we need help from Eddie and Orby is because we, every year, I feel, get not taken seriously by a lot of the judges and other competing gyms in Oregon.
I think that Eddie and Orby could really help us because our gym does get frowned upon by other gyms and judges and people that do run competitions.
I think Eddie and Orby could really help our team by coming and helping clean us up and just getting us more unified and making us all one big unit instead of everyone kind of just doing their own thing.
I started this program and was immediately taken as a joke because there are a lot of gyms that open and shut down within months, and people thought that that was going to be me.
My coach did start this gym when she was 18. She was young and not experienced very much, but that just people assumed that just because she was young that she couldn't succeed in this gym.
I'm hoping that Eddie and Orby will consider coming here because even though our coaches are really great and our kids are really awesome, our coaches are very young, and I think they could benefit from the experience that they have.
We have a lot of potential on our team. I think we have like a lot of people who can do a lot of things and work really well together. I think just with the right amount of support and coaching, we could definitely do really well.
And even though every year we continue and we get better and stronger each time, we still don't have that credibility. And I feel that Eddie and Orby will be able to teach us things that will make us stand out even more than I believe we already do.
I think Eddie and Orby would help us like in structural ways. Like we need people who don't know us, who we don't see every day, to help us like tell us what to do, tell us what we need to be doing, and push us just that much harder.
We have won first place in many competitions, but they still don't believe that we are good.
I feel like we could use the help of Eddie and Orby because we are not always taken very seriously at competitions because my gym is new compared to the other local programs, and they have a lot of credibility just with judges and knowing each other, choreographers, and that gives them the upper hand. And I do think judging is definitely based on talent, but I think a lot of that does come into play. Also at competitions, in the coaches room, you hear what they're saying and what they're saying about other teams, and I know that I am not taken seriously, and if they did come and help us, they would teach the kids so many things that no matter what other people said, it just wouldn't be true because they have the talent to prove that it's not.
We get disqualified for no reason, and it really does bring down our teammates. They actually don't think that we could win anymore because the way people treat us. I think that if Eddie and Orby did come, they could motivate us to really win, to know that in our hearts, no matter what people think, that we can actually do this.
Our kids aren't the stereotypical cheerleader that you think of, and our team is very diverse, and I think because of that and that our coaching staff is so young that they're not taken seriously a lot of times at the competitions.
The coaches that we have here are young, and we could use help of more veteran coaches to come in to show them just a few more things to enlighten them and bring them along and allow them to bring the kids along with it.
I think Eddie and Orby can help Invasion Athletics out by giving, I think, the coaching staff some benefit of their experience.
Allison just found out that she was pregnant, and even though that's very exciting, she is due right in the middle of competition season. So now we're scrambling to get coaches certified up to level 4. I
think we have great coaches, and I think they're great individuals, but we also have, I think, an issue with consistency. There's kind of a revolving door coming and going of different coaches, and I think that by coming in and setting up a nice program and a good structure for the coaches, I think that would really benefit the team in the long run.
I feel like Eddie and Arby would be really good and beneficial to our team because we do really need to work on technique and a lot of little things.
When I first started the program, we were not taken seriously immediately by all the other gyms around here. I had things put on Facebook and social media saying this is what happens when an 18-year-old starts a gym, you get what you pay for, and that comment was directed toward us giving scholarships to most of our cheerleaders. We are nonprofit, and I believe every cheerleader should have the opportunity to be involved in a program. So I give that opportunity to kids who might not necessarily get it from another program.
I think they could help make this gym bigger and better for Salem. Make it so that we're more out there, that people would know that Invasion Athletics is here, and we would bring a lot more girls and guys to the team.
I think Eddie and Orby could really help us because they just have so much knowledge, and of course what they're famous for and what they're well known for is their world-winning teams, and eventually that is something, once we get the technique and once we get the tumbling and all the skills up there, would definitely be a future goal of ours to go to Worlds. So why not learn from the best and the people who have actually been there and conquered it? So they could really help us with our skills and our technique, I think, a lot, just because of the knowledge that they have and the experience as well.
You know, where we're at right at this point, and them being such great coaches already, I think they can come in and show the coaches we have more skills and to give to the kids, and just make us better with the words and their motivation, those speeches, and all the talent they have.
Eddie and Orby could help multiple ways. For me, because I've only been doing it for 3 years, so I could use the experience as well. When they are gone, I can keep teaching it to the newly coming kids and so on.
The team has very many different personalities. We have fierce people, which the team would definitely agree on would be Yesenia and Jessie.
Yesenia is definitely one of the most fierce people on our team. She's always out there working it hard and always looking sassy and facials and dance and everything.
I think our fiercest team member is probably Jesse because, you know, he's just like everybody else on the team. You know, we all care about what we're doing and it's a team effort, and, you know, he'll definitely like call somebody out if they're not doing their hardest, you know. I mean, and I think it's definitely important to have someone like that on your team.
I don't consider there being one fierce member on my team. I would consider there being two, Jessie and Yesenia. Yesenia has just started cheering, but she acts like she's been cheering her whole life. She's so fierce. But then there's Jessie that has been doing cheer for a couple years. I know Jessie wants to be more fierce than Yesenia, so we're gonna see what happens this season, who gets the front spot.
The fiercest teammate is probably Jessie because he is always sharp and has witty comebacks, you know.
Jessie is our diva and we love him, and Yesenia just knows how to work it out, so she is fierce.
I would say the fiercest two people on the team would be myself and Yesenia. I think I give something extra, a little bit of attitude to our routines and our practices. She definitely does too, but she just doesn't deliver it as well, you know?
So another personality we have would have to be the captains of the team. I don't necessarily call them captains, but they do lead the team. Would have to be one of the girls, Emily, and another girl, Tamika, and the team would definitely agree on those girls. They are very dedicated and very talented and strive to be the best on their team, and they are.
I would say Tamika's a really good captain on our team. She always encourages people and she never really puts anyone down. She's all about telling people that they're doing well and just really keeping everyone in good spirits.
I would say the captain of our team, if we had one, would be Tamika, because she is a responsible person inside and outside of cheer. She's a good example and she always pushes herself really hard.
I would consider a captain on my team being Emily. She's always here, she's very dedicated, she tries her hardest. She really helps people without being rude. Some people do help each other by acting like they're the coach, but Emily's more there to help, and she's a really good leader for a lot of the younger kids on the team.
The captain on my team is probably Emily because she's very consistent and she's always encouraging us to work better.
I consider our captains probably Tamika and Emily. You know, they've been here the longest, I'm pretty sure, and they're really just someone you can look up to. They always lead the practices. If you don't know what you're doing, you can always ask them and feel totally comfortable. I used to box. I just had my last season. And when I box, we box for 12 rounds at the most, and I've done that more than once on multiple occasions and felt fine. I've gone to tournaments where I've boxed almost 24 straight rounds with 2 different people, and literally less than like 2 minutes in between one person and the other. And each of those rounds are 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and I can last. I have enough conditioning to do that kind of physical activity, but cheer, the 2 minutes and 30 seconds we get on the mat, I could walk off and never do it again the same way I did it the first time. You'll be lucky if I don't land on my head trying to tumble.
I think Elijah is definitely the drama queen of the team.
I think that the drama queen would be Elijah.
On our team, surprisingly, I would have to say Elijah.
The drama queen on the team is definitely Elijah.
He always complains about things. He's kind of like a girl.
Are you hot?
I'm just, yeah, it's really hot in there and I'm really tired. So this is not good.
He's one of the boys on our team and he complains most.
Every time we do something, he complains about it. He says that he's scared, he doesn't want to get hurt, he doesn't want to get hit in the face, none of that, and like, that's a part of cheerleading, and not to mention he said cheerleading was hard one time, and I was like, well, you are a cheerleader, so.
We all do the same stuff, and the boy is always huffing and puffing and complaining, and I've never seen anyone get so sweaty in my life.
Do you need a breath?
Probably like 6.
Well, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe slow while we sit here.
Okay.
Okay.
Like, we all do the same exact thing, but he's the one on the ground going, oh my god, I'm gonna die, I'm so tired.
What I know is that he takes 2 boxing classes, yet he cannot keep up with cheerleading, which is really surprising.
His shirt is different colors. It's like he'll wear blue to practice. It turns out dark blue because he sweats so much and just complains, and I think he just needs to calm down because we're all doing the same thing.
I work very hard in cheer, and it's a difficult sport, you know, it's not easy. I get super sweaty, like my shirts are like different colors at the end of practice. I'm not even joking. Like this is black, so you can't really tell how sweaty I am, but it's like to right here right now, like halfway down my stomach already, and we only started practice like 10 minutes ago. So.
The strong aspects of our 4-2 team would have to be that they're very family oriented with each other, so they give each other a lot of respect and love and care about each other. I would say another really good quality about the team is there are people who really dedicate their lives and take it really seriously and work very hard for what they do.
I would say some of our weak aspects are sometimes when we give the kids a skill they may not like or agree with, or something they haven't seen yet, they automatically think that they may not be able to do it. And these kids are amazing, and I know anything that we give them that they can do, they've definitely improved in that area, but I just feel like they need a little bit more motivation and a little bit more guidance on building skills, and that anything they put their mind to, they are able to do.
Weak aspects of the team, I would say definitely what their strong aspect is, that they're family oriented, can also be a weak aspect because they spend a lot of time joking around, playing around, acting like it's family time when it's not, and they need to be acting serious. And they also will argue and bicker, which takes away from the learning process. The other weak aspect I would say is a strong aspect, the girls who take it really seriously. Well, there are girls who don't take it seriously. And they come and they complain and they want to cry, and we don't have time for that. So that is something that they definitely need to learn. If they're weak, then they need to go home.
I don't think our coaches are really mean. Allie does have her times where she could yell at you for something and like for talking, but then all of a sudden she's the one talking and laughing, and we're like, you just yelled at us for doing that.
Allison, one of our coaches, is more on the mean side than any of them, because I think sometimes she just gets so frustrated and like she just says what comes to mind rather than like being specific and like helpful.
I wouldn't say our coaches are mean. They get grumpy with us sometimes when we're goofing off too much or laughing, but overall they usually like to kid around with us for the most part, unless we're being too obnoxious and they really want us to pay attention.
Jasmine, she is pretty mean sometimes. She does use conditioning as punishment no matter what it is. She's just like, okay, condition. And we're like, oh my god. And she does get a little crazy, but that's when you know you need to calm down.
Jasmine, one of our coaches, is more of like a conditioning mean. Like she thinks conditioning just fixes everything.
I don't believe our coaches are mean. I think they just really want to see us succeed, and sometimes that's a little bit of tough love.
My coaches are mean on their bad days, but they're always trying to help us just be better.
And then our other coach, Dakota, is just a sweetheart.
And Dakota, he's very quiet. He's just there to help.
Do my parents support my cheerleading career? Not at all. My parents are really traditional, so it's a little difficult because I'm a guy and we're Hispanic, so they don't really think I should be doing girly things and they consider cheer really girly.
My parents don't support my cheerleading career. They only did when I was under 18. Now that I'm 18, they're making me pay for it myself, so it's pretty hard. They think that cheer is a waste of time, and they do get pretty mad and annoyed with me every time I go to practice, but it's something I have to deal with.
It's pretty rough because I just kind of get bagged on all the time whenever I go anywhere. I'll be at home and my dad will just kind of tease me for it all the time. It's definitely really difficult, but it's something that I love and will totally stay in. But, you know, that happening, I don't get a lot of financial support from them, so sometimes it's a little difficult, but we always find a way for the things we love.
My coach does offer coaching for the little kids, so I do that for a free cheering for every month, and that really helps a lot. I really appreciate it. And I mean, no matter what my parents say, it's my last year. It's something that I love to do, and sometimes you just gotta do what you really want to do.
Invasion saved my life by in my hardest times. They were there, and they kept encouraging me even when I hit my lowest point, and just being a team and knowing that they're there for me meant a lot, you know?
Lastly, I just want to say we could use the help of Eddie and Orby, because not only can the cheerleaders benefit so much and learn so much information, the coaches could improve and we can learn how to keep them going strong. I also think that them coming would be able to show all the Oregon gyms around here that we are contenders, we are serious competition, and we can win and beat any team that we want to do.
Eddie and Orby, do it now, right here.
So please come and help us because we all love you and we really want to meet you.
Oh! What are you doing? Okay, ready? Excellent.